Okay, so in this video we are going to be looking at the remainder theorem. Now, the remainder theorem and the factor theorem are very similar. Basically, the remainder theorem is if you divide a function f of x by a linear expression x minus c, then the remainder is f of c. Okay? Now, if you think about the factor theorem, that's exactly the same thing, but it just says that x minus c is a factor if the remainder is 0. Yeah, if f of c equals 0. So in this case, all we're doing is we're doing exactly the same thing, but now we are calculating the remainder. We're not having the remainder equal 0. So let's take this polynomial. Okay, let's take it, we'll call this bit up here f of x. And what I'm doing is I'm dividing it by x plus 2. To calculate the remainder, all you need to do is calculate, therefore, f of minus 2. So if I put that in, I'm going to put that into just the top bit. Minus 2 to the power of 4. Minus 3 times minus 2 cubed plus minus 2 minus 4. Clearly what you need to do is be really careful. So what I would do is press minus 2 and press equals. That's now saved it as the answer. You can now just use the answer function. Answer to the power of 4. Minus 3 times answer to the power of 3 plus answer minus 4. And that gives you 34. Now, by using the answer function, what that allows is, it just means that these minus signs aren't all going to get mixed up. The minus and the minus and the minus and the minus, there's a lot of them. Just be really careful, okay? I would always use the answer function. Let's have a second example, and this one's going to be a bit harder. I'm going to take f of x as 2x cubed plus 2x squared plus ax plus b. Now when this is divided by x plus 3, the remainder is 11, minus 11. And when it's divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 9. Pause the video now and have a go at it. What I want you to do is to calculate a and b, okay? So to calculate a and b, very, very simple. We are dividing by x plus 3 to start with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate f of minus 3. Okay, so I put that in. 2 lots of minus 3 cubed plus 2 lots of minus 3 squared plus a lots of minus 3 plus b. And that obviously equals minus 11, because that's what the remainder will be. So let's put that in our calculator. I get 2 times answer to the power of 3 plus 2 times answer squared. So I get minus 36 minus 3a plus b is minus 11, or minus 3a plus b equals 25. That's my first one. You can put a box around it, or call it number 1 or whatever, but really important you keep that together. Now calculate f of 2. Okay, I'll do exactly the same thing, I just won't write it down. So I get 3, I get 24 plus 2a plus b equals 9, and therefore 2a plus b equals minus 15. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and subtract this one off it, because then the b's will cancel. So I'm going to do 1 minus 2, and that will give me minus 5a is 40, and therefore a equals minus 8. Substituting that back into one of the expressions, you get that. So we'll have 2 lots of minus 8 plus b is minus 15. That's from this. So I have minus 16 plus b is minus 15, and therefore b equals 1. Now in your exams, what is most likely to happen is it will have a combination of the factor and the remainder theorem. So it's most likely to say that when f of x is divided by something, the remainder is something, and also that this is a factor of the function. And it will ask you to calculate a and b, for example. Be a very typical exam question, okay?